Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Monster Interrupted. We are playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition Legacy, which is the old new rules. Now, we've offered some of our shows in the new core rule, which we play Friday nights, and that's our Age of Ashes show, The Elven Portal. The new season of Alkenstar, we're hoping and debating getting into the new core rules, but we got to wrap our head around a couple things first. But we are so fresh into this dungeon crawl, we figured right now, Legacy is best. So welcome back to Monster Interrupted, another exciting episode. When last we left our party, you guys were not only, you had just defeated Fabam, a engineer, Morlock, but you had taken on Growlgust, the king of the Morlocks himself. Now, this information comes to us through Cognuel. Corey Chiasson isn't here tonight, but Cognuel claimed when you guys rescued him that he met this asshat, cut a deal with him to go kill the Green Drake, and didn't exactly deliver, and camped out till you guys saved him. Now we've come full circle around this one part of the second level of the dungeon, and you're in his face. And seeing that the dwarf has returned not alone and bloodied with the head of a Green Drake, but with party members ready to kick some butt, this guy has temporarily flown into this rage and is just throwing spell after spell on his compatriots. And now you guys got through a small rectangular room full of trap wires and now have bust into a room which is 5 feet to the right of the door, 15 feet to the back, and opens out another 15 feet to the left and kind of curls around. To paint a picture, tucked around the bottom of the room, Kenro has managed to squeeze. Straight back on the wall and to the right, Growlgust has his back against a wall, and lined up in front of him, the mighty Kraga, the dwarf on his left, and on the player right, we have Dubsy, our rogue. Meanwhile, back in the last room, guarding our rear position as usual on Autobot, Eric, unfortunately couldn't be with us tonight, had an emergency call at a vet. Because puppy lives matter. He's holding a door, and something nasty is trying to get through and burning it with acid. And he calls for aid from the party. Not sure if he can do this alone. Guys, you guys are entering round 7. And the mighty Kraga is about to get his just desserts.
Is he at 0 hit points right now?
Whenever I just actually found the mechanic in the activities tab to apply the 5 temporary health points from my rage.
Yeah. So he's running on adrenaline. When this rage ends, he's going to fall over. Unless you have talents and feats to keep yourself up. So he's running on borrowed time. Is currently sickened too. Dubsy was flat-footed. So as I go through, we'll clear old conditions. Next in line, we have the slug-like Abomination. This thing outside the door. Let us cue up some battle music. Let us pull up the battle board, as it were. And get rid of Growlgust here. And I'll show you guys the enhanced Fantasy Grounds edition. Zooming in. Something nasty. Something evil this way comes. And you guys are having to deal with it. Excuse me while I roll a little dice here. Hitting a door is easy. The damage it does, minusing the hardness of the door that I've tracked here, continues to slam and acidic its way through, bringing us to Growlgust at the top of round 8. The self-proclaimed king this pale, wiry-looking humanoid. The best way I can describe a Morlock again is Golem from the Lord of the Rings that came out last big movie trilogy, only with clothes. The bulging eyes, the gray skin, the deprecated-looking face. Throwing out spells left and right. I believe he had Mirror Image up and running and had thrown a couple spells our way, including Ray of Enfeeblement, which is the reason you ended up with Sickened. He now reaches into a pocket and pulls out what looks to be some sort of octopus tentacle, dried, and he crushes it in his hand and shrieks in his own language, casting a spell, calling to the dark goddess, the one that we worship in the other room, kill people for. And this horrific deity, in some occult fashion, he calls and she answers. A step to the right as a first action, casting a spell as a double action. He leans over and whips this sideways, starting at Dubsy, and casts a 30-foot line. Can I have fortitude saving throws from Dubsy, Kraga, and Cognual?
Said fortitude?
Yes, please. And call them out when they land.
16 for Dubsy.
Okay. It's for Mr. Anvil Bender. Anvil Bender gets 19. Let's talk about the spell. Tendrils of darkness curl out from Gralgar's fingertips and race through the air, dealing 2d4 negative damage and 1 persistent bleed damage to living creatures in the line, each of you attempting your fortitude save. The DC for this at the moment, over here, Grim Tendrils, it's only a first level spell, so his DC isn't huge. If you crit success, you are unaffected. If you succeed, you take half damage and none of the persistent bleed. If you fail, you take full. And if you critical fail, everything doubles. I am going to pull a little trick here. It's a bit of a cheat, but it's a loophole for Fantasy Grounds. By targeting you guys, the NPC monster chart doesn't give me the same information as a character sheet. So I'm going to cast this at you, as it were, and see. Oh, there it is. Fortitude DC of 21. DC 21. Kraga saves at 25. Dubsy fails at 16. Anvil Bender fails at 19. So, 2d4. Three points to... Oh, sorry. Let's start with Kraga. Half damage of 3 is 1 point, sir. And you don't take any persistent bleed. Dubsy takes 3, bring up to 11 wounds, and Cognual also takes 3, bringing up to 26 wounds, and you guys end up with persistent damage that will affect you at the beginning of your turn, and you can flat check your way out of at the end of your next turn. And that's Gralgust. Which brings us to Kenro, the priest. Kenro, what do you do?
Well, hearing that my friend is about to be overrun in the other room as well with that door. I'm gonna probably go in here to help out Gregor. It's last minute. There's more coming in when you have enough trouble as it is.
Okay.
So, Gregor, I'm on my way.
A 15-foot move is the shortest path to put you directly through the door.
Okay.
And you see he's holding a door. He has his weapon out, pressed against it, so he's still armed. And big planks in this door are getting smashed through and just melting. There's not much door left. This thing could get through any second. What do you do?
So I can't see anything through the door. I just see Gregor there.
You see something bulbous and green and brown, but it's like peeking at pieces of its flesh through holes that are melting in the door. Through Grego and the door itself, this thing has an insurmountable amount of cover. Unless you have some...
How many actions is it to do a medical check, actually? Because let's see, is Craig, are you up or are you down right now?
Craig is in big trouble, yeah. He's running on adrenaline, on temporary wounds.
Can I do before I actually go into the room, rather than I go back 5 feet and do a medical check on him, just to be like, hey, is it battle medicine 1 action or 2 actions?
It's a good question.
I believe it's just 1.
Can you pull up the talent? If you go onto your abilities page.
I lost my character sheet. There it is. There actions, activities.
How many times have we used battle medicine? We don't know still.
Yeah, I know. Medicine.
Oh, it's once a day. That's true. You guys might have used it today.
No, I mean like in the amount of time we've all played together. How many times have we used battle medicine? We have to look it up every single time.
Oh, yeah. Shame on us.
Yep, 1 action.
So, do we want to play it that we've actually used it on him already, or should I be using Battle Mega on him right now?
If
I'll use a hero and then I'll use it on him. How's that? I'll use my hero to use it on him.
No, save that. That's what they're for rerolls. As much as I'd like to bend that rule, I'll suffer the fact that if you aren't allowed and he dies, that is a big script on my part. So I'll risk the fact that he hasn't, and you go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
So target him.
Okay. Now I will say that your attention was on Greg, so I won't make you go through the doorway, but I will burn a perception as you peek through the door just to make sure he's okay.
Okay.
Stay where you are on this side and use your last action to.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
To hit up.
I think it'd be more beneficial to have our one man who's almost down.
Yeah.
Still going.
Yeah.
All right, and it's just a medical check.
Yeah. Now, if you push the actual auto buttons, I've got them targeted for you. Go ahead. And it'll give you the...
I'm trying to find it here. Where's my abilities? Battle medicine. I don't know if it actually lets me... Doesn't give me autos here. Hold on. I'm trying to find it.
Maybe in activities.
Yeah, where is it under activities? Oh, they're all open right now, and it's all...
Medicine.
Is it under medicine? Yeah. Downtime, none. Oh boy, there's so many buttons. Mode.
Treat wounds. It's under T. Medicine trained, and then there's treat. I've got it here if you want me to hit it.
Yeah, if you could do it, that would be great, because I can't find it on here. I'm looking, and it's just too much stuff. I don't think I have the right mode.
No, supplementing your sheet. Fantasy Grounds does the roll for you. 17 is a success.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
2d8, or is it 1d8 here? I'm trying to remember.
It's 2d8, so you hit the old plus, and 2 6s. 12 points healed.
There we go.
Okay.
And that's 3 actions there. Kraga, back up on your feet, buddy. Let's go.
Okay. It is on the activities tab, and it is like almost halfway down. And if you use the little magnifying glasses to open it,
it's just a giant list here. I'm trying to find
a big mess. We have asked for your apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We are a bit rusty because we have played in so long. Mm-hmm. Okay, but 12 hit points brings you, sir, back to like 7 wounds and 17 hit points. But you only got 12. So I need to fudge this where you actually have 4 temporary and you're a little bit more wounded than... You follow me?
It actually... There's a field in the the health fields there for temporary, the blue 4.
Okay, I just did it manually.
You did that
you know what?
tomorrow.
I'm killing Conoro. I'm so sorry.
Calistria, no! Take my help.
Okay, I'll be. Yeah, no, I did it fine. I'll be fine. Oh, it's going to be that kind of night, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Kenro, 3 actions up, and you heal our tank. That is good. Okay. Gregor Darkmantle retreats straight off the door and decides to fall back, but he can't come through. So what he'll do is he'll go through friendlies. So he'll go 5, 10, 15, 20 as one move. And then he'll go 5, 10 coming through the doorway to Ken and close the door. Apologizing that he couldn't hold it. We have to make our stand here. And that's his 3 actions, which brings us to Dubsy.
All right.
I did do some texting with Eric going, okay, situation, what would you do? He's texting me going, keep falling back until we can surround said enemy. I'm like, well, you're kind of getting hit at 2 different points here. He's like, yeah, war of attrition, we fall back. So I did have it from the horse's mouth. What do you want to do, Dubsy?
I guess I'll just target Raulgust, and I will attack him.
Please do, because I have a name and you have a name, and I've got all these lovely crit cards that hardly ever get used.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
He said, ignoring last Friday night.
A 20. A miss.
That is a miss, sir.
Okay. Let's
Go again?
try it a second time.
Well, I am king.
Oh, 9 critical miss.
Critical miss. As you're waving your sword about, he spins in a circle. And it's not like he hits your weapon, but it forces you to trail with your lunge long, and you get caught in the wall, and you need to retrieve said weapon or lose it, and that costs your 3rd action as a standard fumble that we like to do here at Rollmongers.
Didn't you just talk about the crit cards?
Yeah, but it's got to be. Oh, that's right. That's a critical miss. Well, here's the thing. We had decided recently that the crit cards were still coming up too much, and natural 1s and 20s invoke them. And we'd forgot that Friday, and that's why I pulled like 6 cards on Ryan. So I will ask you guys, that never happens with mooks, but if you guys want critical hits and critical misses to work all the time on anything named, you guys will get the benefits as well as, we reap the whirlwind. But technically, Rollmongers has stated in the new seasons we were going to go with nat 20s and nat 1s and only on named opponents. If you guys want to tweak that, I'm all for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just playing with Drew's life here. Look at him. Look at his face. Everybody else aside, but that was a Drew's character.
The
Would you like to use your
positives and
hero point to
negatives
reroll? Yeah. Would you like to use your hero point to reroll that? Or just...
No, I won't reroll that one, I don't think.
Okay.
I'll save it.
Okay.
This guy's slippery. As I failed to hit him.
I'll cost you an action. Because after what we played last Friday, where we were just pulling cards left, right, forgetting that, it was supposed to be nat 20s and nat 1s, not just any crit up and down, it was pretty brutal on both sides. So
Yeah, we should only do 1s and 20s.
Okay. I'll count on you to remind me, Spiegler, since your absolutely favorite roll or line is
Nat 20, let's go.
which brings us to Cognal. What would you guys have the monk do? Press the attack, cover retreat, withdrawal?
Attack.
Yeah? Okay. Stepping in and climbing over the chair. Actually, if I know Corey, he would probably try to kick the chair at him.
That's actually a pretty good guess.
As he attacks with chair. He either picks it up and hits him with it, or,
does like
kicks it at him.
a gorilla stance shoulder bash into the chair and squishes it.
Yeah, just sends it up crying. Yeah, I like seeing all that. Trying to keep Corey as relevant as possible, right? All right. So using -2 for an improvised weapon, I believe it is. Und targeting Big Nasty King. You know, when you're at the top, everybody wants your head. It's just how it goes. Und some Dwarven Foo with a natural 1.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry. And we just made the ruling on what to do
point?
with the cards. Yep. Fog of War. You were...
Would he use his hero point? Is he an offensive?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. As much as I love the drama, it's kind of a dick move to. Yeah, we'll re-roll that for you, buddy. You're welcome. Still a critical miss. He moves, he kicks the chair, and even though he pushes it towards him, his foot goes right into the chair, and it doesn't like go flying at the bad guy. It just shoves across the room a little bit, and he's stuck inside the chair and must pull his leg out easily enough, but costs him an action. And that was a whole bunch of messing around for no good reason. But that's okay, because now it is the turn of the mighty Crag of Silvertusk. Spiegler, impress me.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes,
Were
sir.
we supposed to roll for...
Oh, right,
negative
you're bleeding. That's right. So you take one out of the gate, you bleed, Dubsy, and now you can do a flat check to resist. You need a flat 15. That is a fail, sir. Brings us to Cognule, who also failed. So Cognule takes a point. Corey's down to 7 hit points, guys, just so you know. A flat check. 2, also a fail. Kraga, as we were saying.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Am I still sickened 2, or are we going to remove that?
Okay, so it comes around to your turn, and conditions come off at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you'd never suffer sicken 2 if it came off right at the beginning of your turn. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what? No, you're right, because you were at sicken 2 and we went past you. So you are at sicken 1, sir. There you go. Because the tracker started on your turn, which I believe was the end of last episode. And that was you at 2, taking those penalties. So now we've come back around to you. You made your fort save. You took your half damage. You do not take persistent damage because you've saved your fortitude because you're mighty. And at sicken 1, what do you do?
You can't keep me down. Feel the flames of my rage. I attack with my warhammer.
He's
I
been
hit him
taking
with a 26.
There you go. He's been taking public speaking classes with Brother Green. You know, his his war cries are getting more complicated, a little bit more poetic.
7 damage points.
Okay, you connect, but he turns and twists, and you only do 7, where the mighty warhammer might have done more. This way, we're not blaming your crappy rolls, Matt. I mean, it's the bad guy's fault. Just trying to put some theater into the dice numbers, right? A swing and a hit. What do you want to do now?
Crap! I didn't have my Draconic Rage active for that. That's why I didn't do more damage.
What does it add to it?
+4 fire.
Okay, I'll just throw it on there. If it was supposed to be up, that's fine.
It's a little better, right?
Okay, 11 points.
And
let me just make sure I don't have any fire immunities. I don't think he does. But just to be sure, what else do you want to do?
I will take a second swing. I'm not using the two-handed maul. I'm using my +1 warhammer.
Okay. So on your sheet there, that should still have the dice that tracks with penalties.
Yeah, I got the...
Okay, so go right ahead.
Come on. Oh, mess.
Critical miss. You swing. He's starting to anticipate your moves. You lean off balance and spend your last action recovering. Not a natural 1. I don't pull a card, but I will cost you an action for a regular crit fumble. Okay. You guys are staggering around, starting to look a little silly. But that's okay. You hear something burst through the door in the other... I said burst through the door. Thank you. Something burst through the door in the other room. And then uses actions to move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. And then we hear slamming renewed on the door that Gregor just closed. And I will do my damage to the door. Excuse me while I... Ooh. This door is a little tougher. Holding up a little better. I'll give it that. Which brings us to round 9. And Gralgust. Gralgust is chewing through his spells. Oh, you know what I forgot? I hate to be that guy. I have Mirror Image up and running. Any attack that normally hits you has a random chance of hitting one of your images instead of you. All 3 images remain. There is a 1 in 4 chance of hitting you. 1 on a d4. Spiegler, I need you to roll that 1, or you did not hit him with all that damage. I am so sorry. 3. I am so sorry. But one of his images wink out. There's only a couple left. Meanwhile, back to Gralgust. He casts Phantom Pain on the mighty warrior that is smiting his little foes. One creature. Eagly biggly boo. The doctor is in. I'll see you now. Oh, you have terrible chronic pain rattling in your head. Kraga, can I have a willpower save? Illusionary pain.
Yep,
might
I
rash
just
your
want to
target.
check if I have any sort of...
Mental damage is what you're looking to resist. Yep.
Yeah, mental resistances.
Oh, when you're raged, maybe.
I can't use actions with the concentrate trait.
No, but does it give you any pluses to any mental attacks because you're so ballistic? Good thing to look into. Give me the save first, and then we'll talk about possible damage while you're looking that up. If you please. 15. Phantom Pain is a DC of 21. That is a fail. You take full initial and persistent damage. Target is sickened 1. Oh no, you're right back to that again. Oh, poor Kraga. Kraga. We go back into you. I'm going to leave this at 1 because when we had gotten to you... no, actually, it would go up to 2 and then come back down to 1. You take, out of the gate, you'll take... Where are we here? 2d4 mental. And he constantly, like it's up and running. Because you failed, it will run and you'll take d4 mental damage every turn until you flat check your way out of it. Or he dies. This literal dude is quite formidable if he can get his proverbial spell claws on you. 2d4. The mighty Kraga takes 5 points of headache. You pop a vein. Bring it up to 33 wounds. You have 4 phantom hit. Oh, sorry. That's not right. It wipes out. Sorry. And give you 5 back would be 28. It wipes out your temporary hit points first, now that you have them. And 1 point of actual damage. That's better. I'm forgetting how this works. Righto. And I'm surrounded. Oh no. What to do? Oh, let's see. I have 1 action left. I am going to swing my club at a little frog dude. Actually, no, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to swing at Kraga. Cast my spell at one guy to debilitate him, look for an opening, and then swing my club at the other guy to try to get out. Actually, instead of trying to hurt you and get out, athletics, going through a guy's square. I need to get past his fort, right? I mean, it's ballsy. I'm trying to get my way through a dwarf, but still, it's my better option than just sit here and take it. 18 is his fortitude. Help me out here, Drew. I want to move through an enemy space.
Let's see. Tumble through. Let's see. You can try to move through an enemy. Attempt an acrobatics check against the enemy's reflex DC.
Oh, reflex. Okay. Still, I don't know he's a monk. This could be bad. 18. Okay. So Gralgust has a plus 10 acrobatics and tries to tumble his way through with a total of 22. I succeed while the dwarf is momentarily trying to dislodge his foot from the furniture. Gralgust vaults over him. 5, 10. Do you guys have attacks of opportunity from movement? Because I'm what
No.
about you?
It's difficult terrain going through Cognule, so it's just 10 instead of 5.
So 10, 15, 20. How fast can I move? 20 feet. Okay. 10, 15. I might even come down here. Won't be surrounded completely. I guess he'd stay up there. And that's Gralgust in the top of round 9. Kenro. Succeeding on healing. Good man. Now what do you want to do?
Oh, let's see here. Not a lot of options left. Kraga, probably going back in the fight, my friend. So what I'll do is I'm going to cast Spirit Link. Actually, who could use it the most? Dubsy's pretty healthy. Cognule? Kraga does more damage, though. Who do we think, guys? Who do you think he needs healing? Or he does a little bit of boost more? Kraga or Cognule?
Which isn't what? Like standing their ground or
Like
getting...
a little bit of health.
Oh, Dubsy's is the hurt the worst. And yourself, by the way.
We have the most hit points. The other guys are below us in hit points, so really they're...
Yeah. I know that's a hard
Oh,
one.
right. So Gregar 8, Cognule 7, Kraga 11.
I think Kraga, because Kraga, you're going to be running in there and doing the most hits, I think. You're more just stand in front and hit. At least the other two have some range or some ways to get out of the way. So what I'll do is I'm going to cast Spirit Link on...
Any objections,
Kraga.
Corey? No? Okay, there you go. For not showing up, buddy.
So what it does is it basically, when you cast the spell and at the start of each of your turns, the target is below maximum hit points, it regains 2 hit points. And I lose that many hit points. So it just kind of gives 2 hit points right now, and then every one of my turns he'll get 2 hit points back.
And you'll take damage?
I take the 2, yeah.
Okay, until when? Until you shut it down? Or
10 minutes, and you can dismiss the spell, and if you ever at 0 point, or if I'm at 0 hit points. So I can dismiss it, or if I'm at 0, and it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay, and then do you need to concentrate to keep it going each round?
Does not say. Where would it say that? It would say
It would say it would be a concentration effect somewhere in the description.
doesn't say that anywhere, not that I can see.
Okay.
That I can see, yeah. So I'll
Okay.
target Kraga there. Target him. Boom. Kraga, where is he? There he is. Is he targeted?
Yep.
And I will hit the do your thing button. That one.
Yep.
Great.
Spirit
You
Link.
should get 2 hit points back right away from that. So There. Hold on. That one?
Activate.
Oh, that's damage. No. 4. There we go. I healed him 4. There we go. I did 2 damage, but then I healed him up 4, so it equaled out. There we go.
Okay, and
All
can you actually take 2 points from this? Because it didn't do anything to you.
Yeah, it put me down from... It should take me
Yep.
down, actually. Oh, that's why I have to target myself to deal the damage.
That's fine. We'll get sorted. I mean, it's sorted for now. Okay, how many actions is that?
It's 2 actions, so I still have 1 action left. And I do have my whip out, because I'm assuming I pulled it out last battle, which is a 10-foot reach, and I could still attack.
Okay, so what kind of prayer to your goddess would actually allow you a spirit link, I'm wondering?
There's pain from my pleasure, Callistria. Help Kraga learn it doesn't feel bad to get hit sometimes. And I'll cast it onto him.
Okay.
There we go. And I will. I guess I have a 10-foot reach with my whip, right?
Yes, you do.
Take 1 swing at the bad guy.
Okay, targeting him. He is 15 feet away because I'm double diagonal.
Gotcha.
Sorry, man.
And then can't hit him. Then I got 1 action left to.
You can move forward, or you can move away from the door that's about to explode.
Well, yeah, I'll stay. I'll move 1 step back from the door into the corner there.
Okay.
5 feet to my right.
Yeah.
In case that door bursts open, they're not right in front of it.
Yeah. Gregor moves. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all I can do.
Okay. Gregor goes next. He immediately takes your position on the door and tries to brace it with the shaft of his weapon like he did last time, at least trying to buy us some time. Dubsy.
I am going to move.
Dubsy.
Let's see. I will move the furthest. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So what I'll do is I'll move in front of Growlgust and to his left, I guess, from my point of view. Or east.
Yep.
West. Sorry.
You slip all the way around to the side. Yep.
And then I will attack him.
Okay.
With a mighty 24.
That is a hit, sir.
Remember the mirror images.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Dubsy does take a point of damage from the persistent effect that the tendrils put on you. Roll me a d4. You need a 1. Oh, hang on a second. There should be less images, so that dice should go down, should it not? Like, sure, it starts off with a bunch, but then it's like... I just thought that was funny that was like written in stone when technically less images would be better odds, right? Any attack that would hit you, random chance of hitting one of your images instead of you. If all 3 remain, you have 1 and 4. 2, there's 1 and 3, yada yada. Okay, so yeah, roll a d6 and you'll hit them on a 1 and 2.
Okay. 2.
That is 2. That is a hit. There you go. We keep the damage. You get through studying the images. See one glitches a little tiny bit. Taking the odds, hit the next one, and open up a big gash on his leg for 9 points of damage.
Awesome.
Well done, sir. He's down to 1 extra image. There are only 2 of them left. The real one and the fake one.
I'll try to hit him one more time.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's...
Quick thing on mirror image, Jeff. Did we miss any hits that weren't critical fails, or were they all critical fails when we missed hitting them?
we were looking for natural ones on those crits, too.
I'm just saying, because if an attack roll fails to hit your AC but doesn't critically fail, it destroys an image but has no other effect. Even if the attack would normally have an effect on a failure. That's on Mirror Image's thing there. So, but I think we critically failed every attack we tried on him before we hit him.
No, except for... No, I might owe you an image. 1 second here. Once image is hit... Yeah, so if you hit his AC of 23, right, he loses an image.
But there's also a thing here that says once an image is hit, it is destroyed. And if an attack roll fails to hit your AC but doesn't critically fail, it destroys an image but has no additional effect.
Yeah, there was one attack that Dubsy made that wasn't a critical fail, but it was a miss.
So an image is hit is destroyed. If an attack roll fails to hit your AC, doesn't critically fail, destroys your image, but has no additional effect. Oh, I see. Okay, sorry. So if you hit the AC, you get a chance at hitting the real guy. If you miss the AC, you could still destroy an image.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And so in that case, he's actually out of images because Kraga got through. Oh no, you didn't get the actual.
No, Dubsy did.
Yeah, I know, but you did as well, and you missed the roll, and I winked out an image in its place. So I did take the image off. No, you're good. We're par.
Okay.
Yeah, we're par.
Just
Yeah.
I want to make sure we're good.
No, but Troy's pointing out though that you don't have to hit the AC just to get him. You know, you can wink out images and like strip his spell. He's
Yeah,
not-
so the
you know,
spell isn't too overpowered.
Yeah. So he's got one left.
No, you wouldn't have any left now.
Right, because you guys winked one out last episode, I think. So now he's down to none. Dubsy, 1 move, 2 strikes, and your
Second attack is a 20.
miss. Sorry. Lots of hype on this episode, and then we're like, oh no. Tognul moves directly into a flanking position. But you know what? I think Corey's more interested in him not getting away, and he'll let Kraga have the flank because he's here. So Cognul will actually move south and try to keep him from getting away. So he'll move up to him and actually try to grapple, like grab this guy. So Cognul will do, so he doesn't get away because he got humiliated. The guy flips right over him like, oh no, this time I'm going to grab him and hold on to him. So using his abilities, which means he makes an athletics check versus the guy's fortitude to get a grab on him. Cognul has a +7 athletics and fails with an 11. Is willing to try again. No. Tries to grab him and pin him down. Kraga, take the shot. And he's trying to grab his robes and just hold him steady for you guys. Which brings him to Kraga. Kraga. Slip in there? What do you want to do?
Fear my silver tusk.
Okay, let me give this guy the flat-footed condition. As you're going to move into position. Because I am flanked. Und now, I may or may not be concerned about your tusks. Go.
11.
It is a miss.
Almost rolled on the number I wanted, and it just got to the 4. No.
Do you want to go again, penalties? A second swing.
Oh yeah, I'm enraged, swinging. That's a hit.
There we go.
21.
There we go. I'm moving sickened 2 and dropping you to sickened 1. And you managed to hit him again for
16
Ooh.
points.
Now, does that get the fire on it?
Yeah, that one has the fire and everything.
Oh.
That was a good hit.
Branding him with your red hot irons. Not bad, but he's still standing because you don't get to be king when you have, under 50 hit points. Just saying. Our slug Abomination continues to spew acid and claw at the door for its attacks. And the crappy part is, I'm just going up against the door's hardness. It's like free hitting it. It's just a matter of how much damage this thing can start doing to it now. So, 3 + 8. You guys have a sort of Gregor is giving you like that felt like 11 points of damage he did to the door. Minus his hardness, he's doing all kinds of math. Spew. No, I think it just melted for 9 points of damage, minus the hardness. Which brings us to round 10. Any combat that goes 5, the DM did its job. Or a monster, sorry, I said a monster did its job. You never want a DM purposely holding a monster beyond what it's capable of for 5 rounds. 5 rounds, good fight. 10 rounds is a really good fight. 15 is just embarrassing to the players, just so you know. So let's wrap this up soon, gentlemen. Growl Gust is not out of spells yet. Try to back me in a corner, will you? I cast Bane. Actually, I'm actually going to start swinging, and then I cast Bane. D3. 1-2 for Dubsy. 3-4 for Kraga. Or 3-4 for Cognal, sorry. 5-6 for Kraga. 4. Takes a swing at our dwarf, who's trying to hold him. Get off me! Takes a swing. Natural 20. Uh-oh. Time to pull a card.
Yuck.
Smacks him hard and cracks Cognal's ribs, and the target is fatigued. And then does the actual 1d6 plus 5, which is actually 2d6 plus 10, does 19 points to Cognal and drops him unconscious.
He'd be at dying too, because it was a crit, right?
Yep. Unfortunately, yes.
Good thing I didn't waste those hit points on him. Ooh, with that hit.
Now, did we have Corey use his hero point to roll? We did. Oh no. I am going to keep track silently, and we'll see what happens to good old Cog. But he's going to start his day off at dying too, like you said, which sucks. Then I cast Bane. Can I have a saving throw? 5-foot starting emanation to everyone around me, because I'm just going to debuff the crap out of you guys so you cannot hit me. You fill the minds of your enemies with doubt. Can you hit me? Are you sure you can hit me? I don't think you can hit me. Willpower saving throws, please, gentlemen, the two of you that are beside me, Mr. Dubsy and Mr. Kraga.
19.
I crit failed with a 6.
Point.
Oh, I do.
Would you like to use it?
Oh, yeah.
Reroll. Well, let me tell you what can happen here. There's no crit failure on this.
Oh, never mind then. Forget that.
Yeah.
I thought there was like a crit fail.
Yeah, I'm just looking this up going, I might be able to save you, because it's like standard.
You just get Bane whether or not, yeah.
You get Bane. Probably because it's a condition effect that just constantly keeps growing and gets nasty. Once per turn, starting turn, if you cast Bane, you can cause a 6-roll action, which can concentrate and expanding it. So, very, very nasty. So, you guys now take -1 to your attack rolls as long as you remain within 5 feet of me, unless he expands it. So, to show you what a merciful DM I am, we're going to talk to Ken.
That's me.
Show your mercy on them, Ken. Well, I'm going to put up a field of generation so I don't forget to bane you all.
Is it It's concentration, right? So when we attack...
Well, actually, it's not concentration to keep it up. It's concentration to make it bigger. So I have a 5-foot, 1 minute debuff. If I concentrate, I can make it 10 feet. And I can, that's why Eric used to hold back a couple of actions and just expand the bless, right?
Yeah.
It's a cool spell.
I've played games before where if you get hit while you just have Bane or Bless active, you have to make a flat check to see if you can hold your concentration.
Yeah, but this is saying it's not a concentration effect. If I get to my turn, like right now I cast my spell, it's done. I'm not concentrating. And I have this aura. When it comes back around to my turn, if I choose to burn concentration actions and go concentrate, I can fatten the radius, as opposed to like a concentration to maintain, you follow me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can concentrate to change the effect. Otherwise, I'm just sitting on it. I cast a spell and I glow. Sucky, but yeah. But just so we're sure, let's hear from Ken, and I will redouble the spell.
First off, Kraga gets 2 more hit points.
Kraga!
My thing is still up.
Okay. So you take 2 more wounds, Ken, and I'll just give him 2 more.
Sounds good. That makes it easier than me targeting and retargeting.
Yep. Yes, please.
That doesn't cost an action. That's a free move there. So after that, I want to get close and at least try to do some damage to this guy. Actually, I don't need to get close. I can use a Divine Lance. Divine Lance, 30 foot. And it will be doing kind of, my goddess is chaotic, I think. So chaotic damage. And I will target the ghoul with that.
Yep, got him.
You got him for me already? Cool.
Yep.
So you might want to move so you have more of a straight shot.
Does it really affect it, Jeff? Is it going to be okay to shoot from there? Is it a pretty good?
There is a cheese roll where as long as you can touch, the tip corner of one of yours to the tip corner of one of his, and even though players are overlapping, I'll be cheese and say, I won't give any penalties for the armor.
Okay. Sounds
You know
good.
what I mean?
Also, I'd just get away from that door. If I was...
Well,
Yeah. That'd be Eric's problem.
I'll do this, then I'll move over probably down to the corner there-ish, probably after the attack.
Okay, so you're going to go through Gregor.
And then down to there after
Yep.
the attack, yeah. So
Yeah,
let's
okay.
where's Divine Lance here? There it is. And I will roll for damage. Oh, that's damage. What's that doing? Never mind that, sorry. This is the one I wanted to do. That is a 13. So that's not a hit.
Okay.
And that's all that does. And then with the move, that's all I have.
It's a 15-foot long square, but a 5-foot emanation radius is 5 feet in every direction. So this blue field is basically my Bane effect currently. Now, speaking of Bane, you fill your enemy's minds with doubt. Targets that fail their will, right? So who failed? It doesn't mean everyone takes it. It's just anyone that took the initial saving throw fail, which I believe was just... What's the save on this? Was it 21? Ooh, it might be. You might have both failed. DC, 1 second, sorry. DC to the spell is 21. Okay, so you both failed. You both would take -1 to your attack rolls as per the spell. As long as you stay in the area. You can back out of the area, okay? Period. Done. Spell is cast. This is up and running. Duration 1 minute. Once per turn, starting on the turn after the caster casts Bane, he can use a single action, which has the concentration trait, to increase the emanation's radius by 5 feet and force enemies in the area that they weren't yet affected to attempt another saving throw. Bane can be countered by Bless. So it's not a consistent, you know what I mean? But Spiegler does bring up a valid point about the whole smacking somebody and getting into disrupting spells, which is part of this, but unfortunately not in this case. Ken runs... What is going on with that? Radius is everywhere.
There we go.
Sorry. Ken
Couldn't move him because there was a...
strafes by the door and pockets down in this other corner. All right. Which brings us to Gregor, who holds the door. Brings us to Dubsy. Dubsy, still flanking Growlgust, who hasn't moved from his position and sets you up to flat-footed him, that he's flat-footed to you, unaware of your precision damage.
The fool.
And he's out of images.
Perfect for me. I will attack.
Yes.
Let's see. Will it give me the -1? No, I don't think it gave me the -1. So that's a 21, not a 22.
still hits because my 23 becomes a 21, so you're fine.
Oh, okay. And damage of 12.
Nice. You give him a good smack. Sorry, a good stab with your sword. And he shrieks in pain. You certainly have my attention now. And anything else, sir?
I'll try to do it again. Why not?
I'll need you to put in that -1 manually, though.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine.
Hey,
22 becomes 21. You're fine.
Another slash and 14
Now,
damage.
are you putting your precision damage in there?
It's automatically doing that.
Oh, that's the purple dice, is it?
Should be.
Oh, yeah, it says P6 instead of D6. Okay, I gotcha. I'm used to higher level campaigns where you guys have striking weapons and it's like everything's double dice. But soon, my pretty, soon. 1, 2, and a third action, Dowsy.
Ooh, I'll raise my buckler.
Okay.
And that'll be me.
Cognul is at dying 2 and fails his flat check and becomes dying 3. Cragga Silvertusk. Oh, sorry. Dubsy. I need a flat check from you. You take your 1 point of annoying necro damage, and I need a flat check from you to get rid of it. Cragga.
15.
Success. No more. Cragga takes 1 point of necro damage, and then he takes a d4 from the persistent mental damage. Okay, so I need a flat check for the necro at the end of your
I
turn.
didn't get hit by the tentacles.
Oh, you saved. Oh, that's right. It was Corey. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. My bad. Right, so you take a d4 up front from mental damage. You take 3 points. What a splitting headache. And at the end of your turn here, you make a flat check to get rid of it. We come around to your turn. What do you want to do? I need you to take -1 for any melee strikes, and you're at sickened 1. But that will clear at the end of this turn with your flat check.
I let out a fierce guttural roar that sounds like a great beast, and I swing my warhammer.
Shit. Sickening doesn't automatically go down, does it? You got to purge.
I don't know.
I think, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your moment, Spiegler. I just suddenly remembered something.
Well, I got a natural 20, so I think this guy's about to go down.
We shall see.
I roar like a great beast,
Okay.
fiery rage bellowing out of my mouth, smoke and brimstone. And I hit him with 23 hit damage and split his shoulder from his neck.
All the way down. You want to know what the crit card said?
What?
It's called Crunch. Target becomes sickened 3. But he dead now, so.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, but I pulled the card, so I just buried it.
Yeah, and as the life leaves the body of Growlgust, the flame and the heat off of me just immediately dissipates, and I'm back to normal.
Blah. Do you want to shut down the spirit link there, Ken? Oh no. Wait, the battle continues, and let's talk about the sickened condition.
Yeah, sickened. You feel ill. Sickened always includes a value. You take a status penalty equal to this value on all your checks and DCs. You can't willingly ingest anything, including elixirs and potions, while sickened. You can spend a single action retching in an attempt to recover, which lets you immediately attempt a fortitude save against the DC of the effect that made you sickened. On a success, you reduce the sickened value by 1 or 2 if you get a crit success.
Okay, so if you feel sick, it doesn't count down, which means Cragga is still at sickened 2. Now, those crits would have taken away any penalties, but just so you know, Cragga, since we're technically still in combat, you need to stick your finger down your throat as an action, make a fort save, and that sicken 2 will become sicken 1, do it again, sicken, you just have to sort of retch to make yourself not sick, because some of these status stay up and running, which sucks, but it's true.
Yeah, as my rage dissipates and I defeat the boss, I just, like, before I even lift my hammer back up, I start going.
Stick the handle of your hammer
Was
in
it-
your throat.
Was that your opening move?
Yeah, that was my first attack.
Okay. All right. Your first fortitude check is a fail. Your second one is a success. So I will drop you from sickened 2 to sickened 1 as he throws up all over the body. Bleh.
Kraga.
He's like salting his finger and then Sorry.
Kraga, you got a weak stomach from seeing blood, my friend. Didn't expect that from you.
The spirit link. It goes on your turn or his? It goes on your turn, doesn't it?
My turn. I can do. Well, it goes on my turn. Beginning of my turn.
Okay. The abomination continues to do damage to the door.
If anybody in town finds out about this, I will have your head.
Smash, smash, melt, melt.
So I
What do you
have
guys want to
overuse,
do?
what you're saying.
Yes.
Um,
Kenro, it's your go.
All right. Step number 1: stabilize Corey.
Okay.
That's 2 actions.
Yeah, and a step to get over to him.
A step to get over. Oh, yeah, exactly. There we go. Where stabilize is
Okay.
right at the touch. The stabilize is 30 feet, so I don't have to get to him.
Oh, sorry, I forgot there's a range thing. I'm so used to like
I didn't
laying on
know you
hands
had
stuff where you,
touch.
yeah.
But
Okay.
that's okay. I will.
So you
move
just
up.
wave at him? Get up! You're embarrassing me.
Yeah, hey, smarten up. It's not that he still stays at 0 points though, so he's still at 0.
Now this is a cantrip, right?
It is, yeah.
Like, do you see how powerful that is, guys? Like, teetering on death 3, and Ken goes, "What? No, come on." Well,
extremely effective.
I don't want anyone else to miss.
go
I
good.
got throwing up after seeing blood.
Like-
Come on, everybody.
All right.
Any playthrough
Uh,
you do in this game,
I
you
moved
need to have
myself
at least
over the
one
corner
person
there.
with that cantrip.
Yes, definitely. In case you haven't figured that out already or played this module already,
Yeah.
Wounded 1.
No, he has 0 hit points and he's just stabilized is all. So
Still,
but
that's huge.
he goes to Wounded 1.
okay.
Because you need actual treat injuries to take them off.
Yep. And magic doesn't do it. We discussed that.
No, not anymore. Yeah, that's fine. You're unconscious, Corey, but you're alive. He'll be cool with this. Did I help? Yes, you were amazing, Corey. You shredded that furniture, man. IKEA's just, Oh, by the way, Spiegler and Dubsy did, and Ken did all the heavy lifting, but you helped, Corey. Now show up next week. There you go.
Now,
I'm just kidding. We love you,
before I
Corey.
end
We
my
miss
turn
you.
there, Mr. Kraga, your stomach
Yep.
feeling okay there, or do you think you still need some of the healing?
Is it 2 actions?
What's that?
2 actions for the spell?
Stabilizes 2 actions, and then the move was 1, and it doesn't say
Oh, okay.
to drop the drop spirit link. So he gets his 2 hit points, so he's up to 14. I'm down to 11, and I'm gonna stop it there. I'll also end the event in the spell.
Which brings us to Kraga. You have a minute. Gary's holding the door. Greg's holding the door.
No, it was my turn. It should be Greg's turn, and then Dubsy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You mentioned Kraga, and I got excited there.
And
Because I
also,
went to his
I
hit
need-
points. Kraga goes again. Bleh. Okay, so Ken's done. Greg's holding the door, buying us time. Dubsy.
Let's see. I will move to the west of. Maybe I will go to the east of Greg.
Side. You guys are going to set up an ambush?
Yeah, and I'll just do a ready in action. If the door opens and there's a creature there, I'll attack it.
Okay. So 1 to move, 2 to ready action. You must only commit to a single action that is readied, and it's a stab, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Holding it like a baseball bat, right? Come on.
Don't forget we have that necklace of fireballs in our inventory.
Toss it in like a flashbang, close the door, hope for the best.
Boom.
It's up to you. This thing is melting its way through doors, and you guys are pretty hurt. If this thing TPKs the party and then Matt goes, crap, we had a necklace of fireballs, that would suck. But do we burn our most valuable trump card on a giant slug that spits acid?
Well, it's got multiple uses.
Yeah. Cognul is resting, which brings us to Kraga. Kraga, you are sickened 1. Care to retch?
Yes.
Okay. Fort save, 21. 18, that is a fail, sir. Want to go again?
Yeah.
That is a success. Congratulations. With only 1 action left, at least you don't feel sick, because those are all penalties that you were taking. Terrible, terrible, sucky penalties. Not that it stopped the mighty Kraga, but just saying. With a single action left, what do you do?
Sorry, I'm just reading about this fireball necklace.
Only 1 action.
Oh my god, did we give it to Matt? The Spiegler carrying the necklace?
I'm not carrying
Did we
it.
vote? Did we
It's in the party sheet loot.
Oh, okay.
I'd assume
Okay.
Kenro would have it, to be honest.
Yeah, because I think you need to be a caster to be able to use it, no?
No, that's the special thing about it. Anybody can use the necklace.
Yeah, it's not like a wand or something. I
No.
think you just throw it and it goes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You just detach a bead and throw it, and it detonates a
But
fireball.
that's the thing. We couldn't spread out the beads going. Everyone gets a bead for their own personal use. As soon as you start pulling those off, you're like pulling a pin.
Yeah,
right?
there's like 1 big bead and 2 smaller beads. It's like 1 deals 6d6 fireball and 2 deal 4d6.
So what's it going to be? You reach down. I think Cognul was carrying this. Or was it Kenro? Who was in charge of the necklace?
I'll say I was.
I was going to say, I know it was Ken or Cognul because they're kind of responsible compared to you other two. Who just, oh no, you guys have the crazy idea going, give me the grenade,
Yeah, I with my last action, I'll just use it for speech and bring up like, somebody throw one of those fireball beads through the door.
Okay. You can still move into position though if you want. Or a better position while chatting. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll move down here to the bottom of the room, standing on this little pea stream.
Okay. Away from the door, around the corner, all nice and safe.
Yeah.
Fine. All right.
Fire in the hole.
Continues with a D10 of a slam and spewing acid and just wailing away on this door. Round 12. Ken.
Okay, so if I did want to throw one of those into the room there, it's an action to move, it's an action to pull the thing, it's an action to chuck it, so I still can't open the door to actually throw it in there.
Right, so what you can do is you can line up Greg to be your door opener and closer.
Yep.
He can open the door and then ready an action that as soon as the bead goes through, he closes it. Right?
Okay.
You follow it? As long as you go after him.
I was going to say, can Ken like ready a reaction so that as soon as the door opens, he throws the bead and then the other guy has his reaction to close it as soon as the bead goes through?
Yeah, but since you're like, I know I'm in rounds, but Ken can just delay below Greg and just go, Well, right now you're across the room. We'll say Ken has it, right? So right now you got to move.
So I move over here, right behind Gregor.
Right, so you're right in line with the door.
I take off a bead and I give it to him. On his turn, he can open door, throw, close door. And he's right after me. And it says the beads are active and can be used by somebody else. They are inactive.
You can hand them off.
Yep.
Okay.
They turn into just a red globe at the start of my next turn. So if we don't use it, they don't get used.
Oh, so he does have time. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. It says here, If no one hurls the sphere by the start of your next turn, it turns into a non-magical red bead.
So you give him
You
bead
or
and tell
anyone
him
else
to.
hurls in an action and with a ranged trait. So yes.
Okay, so here's the problem.
Mhm.
You're offering a bead. I am holding a door closed with a weapon. I don't have a hand free to accept said bead. So what he's got to do, well, hang on.
Okay,
You're
get
standing
that
there with
bead.
your hand out,
Yeah.
right? It's Greg's turn. Okay, first I drop my weapon for free, right, in my square or adjacent. Next, he takes the bead,
Yep.
right, opens the door, lobs it in, and is out of actions. Because that was 3.
No, but me holding the bead out is an action?
You said I give it to him.
Yes, but is that an action to give it to him? I walked and then I pulled one off and then I handed out like this. Just holding my hand out is an action, not actually physically putting
No.
it in his hand. It
Pull it
takes one
when you
action
pu-
for me and one action for him to
No,
hand him the
like,
bead.
okay, so you walk over, you yank a bead.
Yep.
Right?
That's 2 actions.
Okay. Right? What's your third action?
Giving it to him. Like the third action
Okay,
is actually physically handing it to him, saying, here, putting it in his hand. Or-
Okay. He can't act. He can't take it from you. I am 2 hands on a big 2-handed weapon holding a
Okay.
door shut. He doesn't
If
have a
that's
free
the
hand to
case, then
accept
maybe
it.
if that's the case, I would leave him holding the door and I'd give it to Dubsy instead.
Okay.
And then Dubsy could be
Dubsy's in the middle of readying an action. As soon as that door opens, he's going to stab if anything comes through. So Dubsy would have to drop that.
But it's gonna be Dubsy's turn before the creature acts, anyways.
Right. So going back to DMing advice, delay your turn to after Greg.
Okay.
Greg opens the door
Okay.
and then readies an action on the spot as 2 actions.
Okay.
Right? So he's out of actions. But because he's ready in action, he's in pause mode. When you throw that through, he can close it behind you and you're done.
Let's do it that way. Okay, gotcha. I see.
Okay. And not to be a dick, but for you guys to see this, I kind of had to play it out. So,
Yeah, no, that makes sense the
That
way you
makes
said
sense
it
to me
just
now,
there.
Yep.
okay.
So
Now,
if Gregor
unfor-
opens the door, do I get to use my reaction to stab? If there's a
your
creature
reaction
there?
was if anything comes through.
Fair.
And they're not waiting. Right? Because coming through would be it attacking Greg. Greg could get hit, Greg would take damage, and then you'd retaliate. So,
Now the door is going to take damage from the fireball too.
Yep. And it could open.
we're using the door for cover and hoping for the best.
Yes.
We're gonna use the smaller fireball, not the bigger one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, done deal. Ken comes. Sorry. We tell Ken's like, I'm waiting. Or you just like open the door, right? Anyway, Greg trusts you. You're like, open the door, get ready to close it. You know, I won't even call that an action. As you're walking over, right? So he does. He yanks the door open and immediately gets ready to close it, right? You toss that right over his head, over the slime, and it goes ting-ting behind him, right?
Yep.
Okay, give me a ranged attack, pretty low DC, to clear the big guy, the big slug, you know,
Is it
and
ranged
the door
attack, or is it just they have to make a saving throw for fireball?
It's a ranged attack. You're trying to place a bead past 2 opponents on a floor. If you just chuck it in the room, what happens if it bounces off the slug and comes right back at you before he closes the door? There's 3 things going on here: a door frame, a moving door, and there's too many moving parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It says, though at the GM's discretion, you might need to make an attack roll if the throw is unusually challenging.
Got it. Okay.
Which I am enacting now.
Yeah.
However, like I said, the DC is incredibly low. We're talking like 5-10. You know what I mean?
Just-
Like
just
unless you
regular
roll.
attack roll, like does it have to be? I don't have a ranged attack listed.
Yeah,
Sure you
just
do.
go to
It's
your
on-
combat.
It's on your combat pit. Yeah.
Combat. Where am I?
Combat tab.
There, yeah,
Combat
okay.
tab at the top. Right. Toss out your ranged and don't roll low. 17. Oh, nice. So he throws it over Greg's shoulder, right? And he hits it just on the back of the neck, and it rolls down the back of this thing and lands on the floor behind him. And Greg slams the door shut, and you guys just hear. Oh, actually, if I may, you guys hear. That was a big explosion. Are you sure you used the small one? Ken, please roll 4d6 for me.
Trying to get it to pick 4. There it goes. Boom. Ugh. 8.
And I get a saving throw reflex, yes?
Yeah,
Yes.
it probably follows basic fireball.
Yes, it does.
I don't see it on the actual fireball spell thing, but
It's an area of effect fire, yeah. I got to save. You
just
got a basic
describe-
one.
description
But it
and
should-
results. A roaring blast of fire appears at the spot you designate, dealing XDX damage. So
Yeah, well, what's the DC for the... It's not listed on
DC
there?
21.
okay, I must
There we go.
part of fireball spell.
There we go. Okay.
Pulling it all up here.
All right. This is so important. Okay. My DM rolls are blind. Okay. So, Spiegler, roll me a d20, and I will add its reflex of 5, which means it needs 16 or higher to save. You can roll its saving throw. That is a fail. It takes all 8 points of fire damage, assuming it doesn't have any. What am I immune to? Oh, look at that. Not fire. I have immunities, but it ain't fire.
That would be our luck.
Is there crit fail to that? Like, is there extra?
There is actually, because it's a basic save, so that would be 16 points. Good call, Speaks.
And then
It's
probably
yeah.
persistent fire damage too.
Okay, don't push your luck, man. I'll give him the. That was a very oily room. That's a very oily room, he says, right?
Usually with fire damage, if you crit fail, you take like 2 persistent fire damage.
True. There's nothing. It's bare floor.
Oh, here
Like
it
this
is.
would-
I can click on fireball spell.
Depends if
Of course,
there's
doesn't
anything in here to burn. Alchemist fire, which is like napalm and sticky. Yes, this is a flash fire effect. Intense magical heat. It goes whoosh and then off. So it's not like a flamethrower that sticks or putting a flame under someone, right? You are literally sort of sticking its hand in the fire and removing it. But it's magical fire. It's really nasty, okay? However, if he has flammable clothes or oils or if there's anything in the room. Unfortunately, this is a trap room that they kept bare, right? So I don't even have like a wooden, you know what I mean? However, I will see if this thing is somewhat flammable. Anyway, 16 points of damage, fire damage this thing takes, and you guys hear quite an angry squee coming through the door, and Greg gives you the thumbs up like, yeah.
Your boss is bad.
What about the
I
door?
lose
Would it
these.
just take 8 points?
Minus its hardness.
Okay.
So the door has like 40 hit points, and then you guys got to do 6 points of damage to do 1. So while I hit the door for D10 plus 8, I got to take 5 off and then take that off of 40. Every time it squirts its acid for 3d6, I got to take 5 off and then, right? So it actually takes quite a while for this thing to get fully through a door. But as it's damaging the door, I'm melting it and showing you the dramatic whatever, right? Your fireball, take 5 off, leaves 11. You know, again, licks the door, chars it, you know, but this is a fresh door. So it's still there. Thank goodness it doesn't explode on us and, you know, that kind of thing. Dubsy, you can maintain to see if they open the door again, this thing comes through, or, you know, you want to do something else.
I guess which way does the door open? Maybe I should know that.
I have it opening like towards into the room, like so he's pulling it and then holding it closed.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I would want to ready an action, and if the door opens, I want to attack into the square this time rather than.
Sure.
Yep, I'll just do
Okay.
that.
All right. Kraiga, your
I'm gonna
brilliant
take-
plan worked, even though you weren't a part of it.
I'm going to take this moment to investigate the dead boss's body to see if there's anything if there's any sort of advantage I can get against our next enemy from him.
Okay. You know, normally looting the body during combat is a dick move, but I would say in this movie moment, like it's coming through the door and we're low on hit points and Kraiga is like scrounging for something, anything usable. Is there a whistle? Back off, Squidgy. That's actually a very good idea. Can I have a perception check in the tower as you pat down the bad guy, hoping for some sort of pet whistle, miracle cure, health potion? Something.
Any would be useful.
He needs something, you know? Ignore the loose change. Look for something useful in the fight. I get it. Aha. He does have a club. And a belt of spell components mostly used. Sorry, dude.
Oh, I tried.
Not a bad idea, honestly.
I'll just ready in action, I guess, if I have 2 left. Or no, I moved and then
You moved and searched, yeah, so.
I'll just maintain and end my turn.
And I basically used 2 searching actions since I went, all right, what's useful? Weapon, spell components, and nothing, sorry.
Yep.
The slug-like abomination continues to try to get to its master. Squealing in pain. Not enough pain to scare me off, though. Just enough pain. Because then there's a very good question. Not everything in here has a brain fights to death. Some things you could scare off by hurting it. Right? Or, if you hurt a little bit, piss it right off, and it doubles down its efforts. Which, unfortunately, as Troy likes to say, par for the course.
Who's got performance? Who could puppeteer the dead body and pretend to be him when the thing comes through and be like, no, leave.
Actually, you just need to do his voice through the door. Just do his voice impression through the door.
Yeah.
Do you know its name? Has he got a half-eaten cat food tin that says squishy on it or something? Did you find? No. Oh, if only there was... Wait a minute. Who was the first guy at this door? Was it Dubsy? Who went through the traps? Was it Gregor? Craiga.
No, I don't remember.
No, it was Craiga. It was Craiga. Craiga, can I tell this check? The very first thing that happened when we opened the door and the bad guys did something is the king yelled out a name. He did. He called for the creature. You know its name. Or do you?
$11.
Squidgy. You sure? Pretty sure it's Squidgy. Sorry. Damn it, what was his name? But you also have the thought that maybe somebody else heard it. Maybe you can ask your friends. As this thing continues to pound and melt the door. This is a tough door, though. I am chipping away at it rapidly now. Kenro.
Well, we did some damage there. Let's see what we got here.
Maybe do the same thing we did, but instead of throwing a bead, you send your whip.
I got Divine Lance. I can do the same thing.
Oh, yeah, that.
Okay. So you guys maybe want Ken to take a step so he's not in the way and just open the door from the side. Open, wait for you guys, close it.
Yeah.
It's kind of repetitive action, but technically it's legal. As a single action, I can open the door. As a double action, I can set a standard of, when this happens, all single action, close door. He won't be bracing it anymore, and his weapon's still on the floor, but...
Dubsy readied in action to stab the door opens.
Exactly.
Wait, now we're...
Yep.
That's what we're going to do.
All right.
I will, again, delay my turn and hold that action to Divine... It's actually a double action. Is it holding my double action, or is it waiting?
Sorry, you're actually down on that initiative from last time, so Greg's like, right, do we go again,
Yep.
He's like, step, okay. So he steps. He whips it open. We see the creature. Dun, dun, dun. Do we see the creature? Where's the creature? Sorry, he's invisible. There he is. Hello. Slug-like creature. Abomination. Yuck. He opens the door. There is something exactly right there. Dubsy immediately stabs, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you were holding, right? Wah! I don't have to wait for Dubsy. Dubsy had his own reaction. Gregor, his reaction is based on Ken's. Ken does something. When Ken's done, I will shut door.
I'm just waiting for Dubsy's stabby.
Ooh, 25.
Yep, that is it, sir.
For 5 damage.
Well, at least it bleeds. Sticks it into the rubbery, brownish gray flesh. And that's that. Oh, sorry, Ken, you've targeted yourself as well as that thing. Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yep. No, Ken, you go. What do you do?
I'm going to attack him with my Divine Lance.
Okay.
And that is a 20 to hit.
Nice.
Perfect. And that is
Can I have the prayer? What's an attack prayer?
0 damage.
And don't sing whip it good.
Well, when I'm casting Divine Lance, I'd just probably
Okay.
Callistria in these tough times. Please let your lance strike true. We need to get out of here. And that's it.
Okay. You hit it with chaos.
I hit it with chaotic. That's all I can do because that's what she is.
Yeah, and for some reason, can you read me the terms of spell? All of its traits?
So you unleash a beam of divine energy. Choose an alignment your deity has. Chaotic, evil, good, or lawful. You can't cast the spell if you don't have a deity or your deity is true neutral. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. And it's, where's here? On a hit, the target takes damage of your chosen alignment equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. The spell gains the trait of the alignment you choose. So it was a chaotic spell, because I have a chaotic.
Okay.
I did chaotic damage.
And it takes nothing for some reason.
Mm.
Dun dun dun. Oh crap. And Ken closes the door.
I only have one action yet. I'll cast shield on myself with my third action.
Okay, shield. Dubsy, what do you want to do? You guys glimpsed how, like, it was a little chart on the back, but it's throwing a fireball at this thing. This thing looks tougher than Kraga. You know what I mean? It's burnt and it's pissed, but this thing stands up. It's thick, heavy arms. It does look pretty solid and pissed off. And at a glance, as far as, hit points, seems, just as tough as your best guy, if not a bit tougher. And we've wounded it twice and severely pissed it off. Now, maybe you can wound it more and drive it off without having to kill it or have it kill you.
Okay.
But Dubsy, what do you want to do?
And the door's still open?
Nope, closed. When Ken ended his turn, Greg's thing was closed door.
Okay.
Do you want to open the door and stab? You can just open the door, stab, close door. I mean, I know it's funny, but technically you could open the door, take one stab, and close the door. This thing's very confused. It's like the dog with the blanket, right? Where's my opponent? He's there, he's not there.
Yeah, does he have object permanence?
No.
Sure. Why don't we do that? I'll open up the door, stab, and close the door. 17 animus.
Close door. Not so good. But hey, you tried. Kraga. What do you gotta do, Kraga? You feel lucky. Is it time to take the fight to him? Or is it time for the puppet master?
I have a couple ideas. Either I do the open the door attack, close door. I guess I can't. But I was thinking about dropping my Warhammer. No, that won't work either.
Dropping is a free action, so that if you're counting that as an action, it doesn't count. But you have to use another action to pull open another one.
If I move,
Open the door, take your attack.
then the door's open.
Though it's open.
I'll just let the boys keep doing what they're doing, and then I'll just be backup if it gets through.
Okay. Did you want to at least move yourself in a position where you can strike at it if it gets through? A little closer?
Yeah, it's in the corner south of Gregor.
Okay. You realize it will have you'll have cover from it, but it also has some cover from you. We're looking at penalties here. Some for the wall, some from shooting through Greg.
Yeah, I'm just being proactive.
Cautious.
If
Cautious.
if it has like an area attack, I don't want to just.
Oh, it does. Greg said this thing looks like it spits acid.
Yeah, so I figured I'd be harder to hit. I would be out of its cone.
Well, actually, Greg thought it was licking the door, causing acidic damage, but we don't know for sure. Okay. So you move and a double action to ready a strike if it comes through.
Could I bust like a fist-sized hole in the wall I'm standing beside and throw freaking javelins through it?
Sure. Attack the wall. I will say its hardness and hit points are far greater than the door, but you can go for it.
I mean, might as well not doing too much else.
Is it like the D&D movie, the barbarian? They're in the jail and she kicks the crap out of everybody just in time for the Chris Pine's character to get the one last hit. Is Matt fighting the wall while we're all fighting this thing just in time to punch through to the last one?
Actually, give me athletics check. If you want to shoulder down the bricks like Mr. Kool-Aid in a commercial, you'd want an athletics check to break the door, or because the whole stuck door thing where you can break a door.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this thing is stupid. It's just trying to melt and attack the door. It's not trying to break it open, right? Walls and things have a break DC. Not with 11. Okay, you bounce, but hey, your headspace in the right place, so not to worry. The slug stops. We don't hear slamming. We don't hear fizzle and hissing. It just goes quiet out there. Maybe this thing does have half a brain. Maybe it's readying an action. Maybe it just got tired of peekaboo and left. All these answers will come your way next time.
Warlock cast arcane gate because we need an escape. This magic weapon refused to turn the tide. It breathes by all of its saints. Who cares if we're a disgrace? And just one shove, our wizard rolled death and fell. Tell me what we brawl this thing. Too many limbs that sting. All of us flayed food for its spawn. Up our XP and then we'll bring new dice for the slaying. A pretty mix, blue, black, and gold. Rolling higher, love. Oh, tell me not to give up. Provoke me, haste me, faster dash. Returning, churning, savage attack. The character is so cozy, buckets of dice. You know me, I'm gonna write all these actions down. Blowing bubbles below, see camping next to coyotes.